Bishop man, they Sam the Bishop man. He had more stories than his Bible ever told. Finally, he told me one that spoke right to my soul. It spoke right to my soul.
All right. Welcome. So, I just went through all this shit and did, like, it was probably like goddamn half hour worth of whatever, and then I realized my audio was off. So here we go. Welcome to Umfowars, season whatever, episode whatever. I just hope you're watching and ready to vote in Hoedown 2020, whatever. Earlier I said I was going to put on my nice coat. I said I was going to put on my nice hat, and I decided just to drink beer instead. Plan was to get drunker as it went on, but now I'm drunk already. I might have to step out and grab some more beer, but whatever. Let's learn about Oregon's 4th Congressional District. Here we are. There it is. This is where we have Peter DeFazio, who is from up here in the Lane County region, running against Alek Skarlatos, who is down here in the state of Jefferson region. This should be an extremely interesting race. There's a lot of farmland out here that needs to be considered where those people still have votes, you know? So Alek Skarlatos, he's got a little bit of name recognition. He was on Dancing with the Stars. Whatever. I mean, it's fine. I don't need to make fun of people, but Dancing with the Stars, dude. Anyway. Okay, so let's get to know Alek Skarlatos. What do you think of that? Alexander Reed Skarlatos. He's an American actor, writer, political candidate, and former U.S. Army National Guard soldier who, along with fellow Americans, and a Briton and a Frenchman and an American, stopped a gunman on a Paris-bound train traveling from Amsterdam via Brussels. If you haven't seen the movie, it's probably on Netflix or something. It's Clint Eastwood. He played himself in it. Clint Eastwood produced the movie. Pretty cool. Big rah-rah go America movie. Skarlatos was invited to compete season 21 of Dancing with the Stars. He placed 3rd on Dancing with the Stars. And here we are right here where it says he ran for Douglas County Commissioner in 2018, and he lost there, and is running to represent Oregon's 4th Congressional District in the U.S. House of Representatives. All right, 2020, Alek Skarlatos, 2020, Alek. So, where did we go down here earlier when I did this last time? Congressional campaign. In 2019, Skarlatos announced that he was running as a candidate in the 2020 election to represent Oregon's 4th Congressional District in the United States House of Representatives as a Republican. Republican Dr. Art Robinson, controversial scientist, global warming denialist, and anti-evolutionist, also filed for the seat. Robinson opposed abortion and supported gun rights. Robinson, who was the Republican campaign nominee against Representative Peter DeFazio 5 times, dropped out of the congressional race 3 hours before the deadline on the last day for filing. Okay. He ran instead, winning the contested Republican primary for Oregon State Senate in District 2. His departure cleared the way for Skarlatos to take the party's nomination, as he had only token opposition from the party's 3rd primary candidate, who had reported receiving no contributions. So, this Art Robinson guy, he's a character. He's pretty cool. He's the pee guy. He collected your pee. He sent out, while he was running one of these times, he sent out mailings to people trying to collect their pee. I think it was MSNBC did a story about it. And it's kind of funny because he's a scientist. And so what he was doing was trying to figure out, like, if there's anything in our water, you know, any bad shit in our water. So how do you do that? You get urine samples. But they made it into a joke that, like, this dude's collecting people's pee. I like to make a joke out of it, too. It's like, oh, Art Robinson, yeah, he's the dude that wanted my pee. Yeah, pee for Art Robinson 2020. But anyway, now Alek's got it. Alek. Anyway, Skarlatos outraised DeFazio in 2020, receiving $421,000. So he made a bunch of money and stuff, and then he was on Dancing with the Stars. Let's get to know Peter DeFazio. That's not him. That's the 4th District. Let's get to know Peter DeFazio a little bit right here. U.S. Representative, we already know that, you know. He's a member of the Democratic Party, right? Because the other one's a Republican, and that's all we have. His district includes Eugene, Springfield, Corvallis, Roseburg, Coos Bay, and Florence. It includes a lot more than that. It's just those are the main cities, I guess. He's a veteran of the Air Force. Previously served as county commissioner in Lane County. So, yeah, he's from up there in Lane County, I think. So he's more of a, if we bring up, no, we should get to know him first. So anyway, there he is when he's younger. He's been in office for 30 fucking years. Everybody knows him already, and you know everything about him. He's done some good shit, done some weird shit, but he's got some cool old cars. But let's look at this map here. Let's talk about that before we get into the issues. So if you see this map here, right along this area, this line here, the Douglas County to Lane County, where those two counties split. So this Douglas County is the end of the state of Jefferson. It's the northernmost that the border of the state of Jefferson would be, is up here in Douglas County, along here. And we'd be down part of this. So where he is would then be considered southern Oregon. That'd be weird. But so it's vastly different areas that he represents. However, the population is concentrated right in here, you know, and then you get a little bit Albany, Corvallis. But there's a lot of farmland out here that Skarlatos could take a chance, you know, of picking up. And there's a lot of Republican support down all along here. A lot of this is all Republican area. I don't know if it's going to be enough for him to, you know, outweigh this up here, but we'll see. So let's get into what they stand for. There's Alek. Look at him. He's a good-looking character, isn't he? Let's see where he stands on the issues. Alek believes timber management is not only important to maintain a healthy forest, but a strong economy as well. Due to the mismanagement and lack of federal timber harvesting minimums, forest fires are worsening every year. This results in the release of carbon and pollution in the environment, which negatively affects the health of millions of Oregonians. So what he's talking about there is the buildup of underbrush on the forest floor, and different kinds of thinning practices and whatnot that he seems to believe that we need to get back into. Some of it's okay, some of it's not. So some of his ideas for, which I wish he would elaborate here on them, some of his ideas for cleaning up the forest are more thinning, which isn't always supported by the science. You know, he strikes me as a guy that's all about the money, right? Alek does. The other guy, we're not trying to form an opinion, we're just getting to know the candidates right now. But Alek, he strikes me as a guy that's all about the money. Second Amendment. Alek believes the right to bear arms must not be infringed. Hell yeah. Alek served our country in the military, and he strongly believes everyone should have the right to defend themselves. As a concealed handgun license holder, Alek will staunchly protect the Second Amendment and gun owner rights. All right. That's good job, dude. Veterans. The Veterans Health Administration is still broken, and it needs a complete overhaul to improve care for our veterans. It is sometime... Okay, wait. Lost it. God, this episode is brought to you by Four Loko. Hard seltzer is fucking terrible. Jesus. Anyway, as a veteran, Alek believes we must keep our promises and have a sound VA infrastructure. Whatever. He's got, yeah, okay. Immigration. As son of an immigrant. He's an immigrant. I knew it. That's why it's an Alek with a K. I think he's Russian. Alek fully supports President Trump's plan to build the wall, secure our borders, and end sanctuary cities. Okay, I agree with ending sanctuary cities. I agree with securing the border. The build the wall part, you got to be specific with that, because if we're talking about a wall, we're talking about a high-tech wall that has to do with electronic fencing, with monitoring, with all sorts of different stuff. It's not a physical structure. If you're talking about a physical structure, then you can go fuck yourself, because that's weird. Healthcare. Healthcare is an issue that greatly affects all Oregonians. Prices keep increasing while the quality of care decreases. Alek believes in a free market healthcare system centered around patients in order to improve access and the quality of care. He supports President Trump's effort to reduce the price of prescription drugs for seniors, and he believes we must have protection for those with pre-existing medical conditions, and he also receives free medical health care benefits from the government, which he earned, you know, I mean, through being in the military, but he has... Same as Peter DeFazio. Peter DeFazio has fucking Medicare for all. These guys have fucking Medicare, whatever. I don't have any. It's fine. Jobs and infrastructure. Timber is the heartbeat of Southwest Oregon, and Alek stands for bringing back a thriving timber economy. It's not going to come back to what it was, bro. You can just relax. You and your buddies that work in the county can just calm the fuck down. Peter DeFazio does a pretty good job when it comes to managing the forest and helping with the lands and getting us our payments that we received. With harvesting, possibly not, but however, we are being fairly compensated thanks to Peter DeFazio. With a better job market, this will allow lower and middle class wages to rise and support states' economic growth. I really don't believe you care about anybody's economic growth but your own. So let's go on to Peter DeFazio. What are his issues? Now, this is the one that gets me. His page sucks. Like, he doesn't just have, like, if you go in here and look at this, just bam, bam, bam. Okay, we know where Alek stands on, like, 4 things that don't mean a shit. You go on this one, and it's like climate change. And then this sentence, this paragraph says the same thing as this paragraph, which then says the same thing as this paragraph. And I read through it in the last video, like the one I recorded with no sound, and I just started to fall asleep. I was so bored with myself. I was like, holy shit, Pete. I already read all this, man. So let's just scroll down to these check marks here. He's proud to be an original composer of the Green New Deal, co-sponsor of the Green New Deal and climate energy resolutions. I don't agree with the Green New Deal. I think it's horse shit. Whatever. At the start of 2019, I directed 6 of my subcommittee to immediately investigate ways to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and fossil fuel consumption in our nation's transportation and infrastructure. Okay. Listen, Pete, I can get behind you on reducing fossil fuel consumption and whatnot. However, a couple sentences ago, or maybe in the next couple sentences, I don't remember exactly where it is in this fucking article, but you start talking about cap and trade and whatnot, and that just negatively affects the people that are out here working that are burning the fuel. Okay? And that's horseshit, and that's nonsense. I'll drive an electric van. I've got no problem with that. You bring my wages up to where, and the price point of an electric van down to where they might actually fucking meet, I'll go full electric for you, Pete. In the meantime, Pete, don't start charging me more money for emissions. Whatever, Pete. Protecting Social Security. He's proud to be a leader in the fight to protect Social Security. He's opposed efforts to increase the retirement age because he's close to it, so you don't want to get older. Supports the improved annual cost of living, whatever, solvency, whatever. Security is the average American, yep. Fighting to serve veterans, yep. Strengthening education. Oh, here we go. I could not have attended college without the support of grants, loans, and work-study programs. The federal government can and must do more to invest in our students and schools to ensure that all youth receive a quality K-12 education and can access higher education opportunities. I agree with that. I voted against every single congressional pay raise and instead used the funds to create a scholarship for students in Oregon. That's pretty cool. I'm proud to have funded 273 scholarships that have gone on to support productive members of our community. That's pretty neat. I'm drying out, dude. I just smoked some more weed. Anyway. The education thing. Our taxes should be used for education. I'm fine with that. All right? So, yeah, whatever. I'm fighting to lower the cost of prescription medication. Thanks. Thanks, Pete. But you've been doing it for 30 years also, Pete. You got to consider that, right? You know, you've had 30 years at this, Pete. Whatever. Immigration. I'm proud to fight for protections for dreamers, immigrant youth, and vulnerable migrants. Okay. I got friends that are dreamers. I'm fine with that. You know, I'm fine with the dreamers. I think we ought to give them full citizenship. You know, just amnesty. I don't know, but that'll get me a down thumb. We must examine and invest in a new Marshall Plan. I don't know what the fuck the Marshall Plan is, nor do I care. But anyway, that's Pete. So we go Peter DeFazio. He's from Lane County. And then this guy, Alek. He's down here in Douglas County. So you got city folk versus country folk. I hope we learned something in this one and we might have figured out who we're voting for or whatnot. We'll see what happens. Sorry I forgot my good shirt, and y'all stay safe. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to vote for whatever. Oregon's 4th. I gotta go put in a pizza.